Business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
So we let go wanting to change the past, and we let go wanting to control the future. When that's done at a profound depth, one realizes that you are safe. Not because it says so in a book, but because you realize that. As I stand here, you don't see any past hanging off of me. Do you see any past anywhere? I don't see any past. One is a karmic product at this moment. That which stands here is where evolution is at this moment. Okay. So the present is the finish of the past. With spiritual realization, which you come by through contemplation, it's really a contemplative matter. As you walk about, you say, who am I to myself anyway? Who am I to the world? What am I to life? What is my relationship to life? You begin to, when you reverence all that is beautiful, when you reverence all that is divine by virtue of its existence, then you walk about in a different state. Out of that state arises a conviction of safety. The mind will start up periodically when it needs to tell you something. Not because it's coming from the mind, but because it's coming from the spirit. If you need to know something, the spirit will see to it that you remember to take your vitamins. The ego doesn't. It takes credit for it. But it's really the spirit acting through your wife That reminds Who sees to it that you eat and all those things? She has a big thing about eating, I don't know. Every few days, I suppose. Because people are concerned about the body, and I'm not, if you're not concerned about the body, other people worry about it. So if you need to eat something, somebody will tell you that. So you don't have to think about when will I eat next or what am I going to eat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. You already know what it is. I'm back in the building in the heart of Los Angeles's Africa Town, a.k.a. Lamert Park. I'm here at KBLA Talk 1580. You already know revolutionary radio, revolutionary relationship talk. We about to act a complete fool tonight because it's important that we do so. Every year we get to this time of year and our hearts get heavy. We with people that we haven't resolved issues with, or we've moved on from people that we haven't resolved issues with, and we're going through the motions because the commercial says it's the happiest time of year. It's the most wonderful time of the... No, it's not. For a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's a struggle. Whether they're with family or not, it's a difficult time. See, that's what a holiday does. A holiday is a time of year that comes every year, and you're programmed to participate in some way or resist and resent that time of year. A lot of people, I ain't doing nothing for the holidays. Leave me alone. A lot of people are Scrooges during this time of year because of something very interesting. They have not learned the technique of cutting etheric chords. Etheric chords or energetic chords that keep them connected to toxicity. A lot of my Christian brothers and sisters call it soul ties. Y'all know what it is. You still caught up. Still holding on. Why? Why do you do it? Why do you do it to yourself? Because everything you do is actually a doing to the self. What was very interesting about the clip we just played by Dr. David R. Hawkins, he says, when you see me, there is no residue of the past. I am the present right now. When you see me, you see the present. For so many people, we are not keen enough to see the past wrapped around somebody's neck or even our own necks as a scarf, carrying it in every type of weather. Now, if you saw somebody in the summertime with a full scarf wrapped around their neck, you'd be like, what in the entire hell is wrong with you? See, we don't see those energetic scarves that are wrapped around people, right? But they are. They are, Lord have mercy, they are, and we just go through the motions. We just go through the motions. What is an etheric chord? When I come forward, Zoe is going to break it down to you so you can understand where this topic is going. Because if you can cut these chords before the beginning of the new year, there might be a new you.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a Christmas season that is merry and bright. Happy holidays.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Central Neighborhood Health Foundation is a full-service network of federally qualified health care centers that serves local communities throughout Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. CNHF clinics provide low-cost to no-cost, compassionate, comprehensive, quality health care, which includes primary care services for chronic disease and diabetes management, pediatric and women's services, preventive care, vision and dental screenings, COVID-19 testing and vaccines, flu vaccines, behavioral health, HIV, and substance use services. Virtual telehealth visits are available from the comfort of your home with highly qualified physicians and medical professionals. CNHF also provides peer support specialist training and help with housing navigation. Central Neighborhood Health Foundation. Your wellness is our priority. Comprehensive care built on trust and respect. For more information, visit cnhfclinics.org or call 213-536-5815 today to locate a clinic near you.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit cocosouthla.org. That's cocosouthla.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Voice of reason. I'm on fire tonight already, and we ain't even got started. My playlist is my co-host. That track is called 6 Degrees. Now listen very carefully to the name of this group. I want you to go find it. Bad, Bad, Not Good. All one word. Bad, Bad, Not Good. All caps. Bad, Bad, Not Good. That's the name of the group. All one word. All caps. Bad, Bad, Not Good. The name of the track is 6 Degrees. And I'm playing the record because I want to set a tone for tonight. Very interesting topic tonight. And I want you to participate, okay? All you got to do is call 1-800-920-1580. That's all you got to do is call 1-800-920-1580. Join the discussion. The cutting of etheric cords. A spiritual guide for removing negativity / toxic energy and people from your life before going into the new year. Have you ever heard of the saying, if you love someone, let them go, and if they come back, it was meant to be? Me personally, I don't know about that statement. That sounds like somebody hoping and pining that a situation will return. But what people fail to realize, in relationships, all unresolved situations continuously return. They may not return with the same person, but they definitely return with the same energy and the same lesson. I need you to hear that. What is an etheric or energetic cord? What are etheric cords? We all have etheric cords. We have been born with them. Etheric cords, sometimes referred to as ethereal cords, energy cords, and energetic ribbons, are energy structures that connect your body's energy or aura, chakras, etc. They extend out of you and connect with other people, places, animals, and even objects. Now, again, a lot of Christians call that a soul tie. Metaphysical folk call it etheric cords. Quantum physics, physicians, they refer to it as entanglement. Right? Particle entanglement. Now, as relationships deepen, etheric cords will strengthen. Now, sometimes you got to cut those cords. See, this is what I've been saying to people for a long time. Don't you know you can move on and still be connected? Many people have moving on is the easiest part. Moving on is like changing your drawers. Changing your t-shirt. Huh? Moving on is easy. Getting through is entirely something different. Getting over and getting through a situation is entirely different. Do you know how to break an emotional cord? Has your relationship become too enmeshed that your shadow almost thinks it has some kind of rightful claim over your partner? Many people believe. Now, have you done any research on monogamy? A lot of people feel like they own their partner when they're in the monogamous construct. You belongs to me. You're mine's. I own you. You own me. I own you. We got a joint deed. You ain't going nowhere. A lot of people have this feeling, right? Yes, that's being enmeshed. The highest forms of relationship operate in freedom. The highest level of love is freedom. Many of us are wrapped up not with just one etheric cord, but with several. Anything that's unresolved creates an etheric cord, and those cords can get tangled. This is entanglement, right? True or false? The act of holding on to grievances, and perceived slights create more karma, and it diverts karma from its original course back to you. I don't know if you heard what I just said. True or false? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I need to talk to you. Somebody needs to be freed tonight. A lot of people done found comfort in bondage, but tonight is freedom. As we move to 2023, tonight is freedom-based. Let me ask that question again. True or false? The act of holding on to grievances and perceived slights creates more karma and diverts it from its original course back to you. Meaning, if somebody did you wrong, if somebody hurt you, if somebody slighted you, if somebody disrespected you, if somebody denigrated you, the natural flow of karma will send their comeuppance back to you until you interfere by holding on to a grievance. You want payback, but only the universe can pay back because it's the ultimate banker. Uh-oh. 1-800-920-1580. What are you holding on to? You want to cut the etheric cord tonight? You want to know how to do it? How can you let go of a highly sought after, intimate outcome that didn't come to fruition? So many of us will break up with the person because we're frustrated and have a sense of stuckness. We're frustrated and angry and disappointed, but we can get rid of them, but we can't get rid of the pining for the desired outcome that that particular person promised. How do you break up with the broken promise? Oh, that creates an etheric cord. 1-800-920-15. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Agree or disagree? Energy cords or etheric cords, metaphysical, spiritual, umbilical cords are a crucial aspect of your spiritual connection to other people. But if they've become a negative influence, how do you cut them? Well, what you actually do, you don't cut them. You untangle yourself from them. That's what entanglement is about, according to quantum mechanics. Entanglement. Before I get into the holographic relationship, the book I wrote in, 2019, I'm going to go to my first caller, Rogish, Dallas, Texas. Get in here.
What to do, OG?
What's happening, man?
When you speak of entanglement being, is that the cosmic sense of connection in the metaphysics, or because when you ask if people should cut someone off, you don't never really cut anyone. If anybody's ever been married, you don't really cut off your ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got children. But even if you don't, you don't. There's a forever a connection there. So it's
absolutely.
Always best.
That's what I just said, Rogish. Did you hear what I just said? Yeah. That's what I just said, Rogish. I did say that.
My bad. I'm jumping it over here. My bad.
It's cool. Come on, get in alignment, brother. No, but you're right. It's not a cutting off. It's a reorganization. Right. It's a recontextualization. It's a reframing. Okay, we don't have an intimate relationship anymore, but because we're parents, we shift into parental mode. The relationship is different than it used to be, but it has been reframed, and we're now operating with different expectations and in a different space. Go ahead, Rogish.
Right, that's what I encountered with my ex-wife. She became a feminist towards the end of our marriage, and whatever worth she was finding in herself there, it made me the adversary. So we couldn't, couldn't keep it going. But I noticed that she was touching a part within herself that I had tried to get her to touch the entire we was in a relationship. So if she was, I guess blossoming through whatever, even though it hurt to see her doing it through that or whatever, it's like, all right, it's cool to see her, diving into it. So I let her go. But, a year later, we're, still friends, better friends, definitely not no romantic stuff, whatever, but a much, much more harmonious, connection, especially if it's going to be one for life, even if you're not together, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Man, I appreciate you sharing your insights. You brought Dallas, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. That's 1-800-920-1580. We're having an outright discussion here. I wrote this in 2017. My book was published in 2019. What is relationship entanglement? In the early 20th century, Albert Einstein was a virtual rock star. lauded around the world for his scientific genius, his relativity theory opening the door for quantum physics, as well as a smattering of younger physicists who began to build on Einstein's theories. Niels Bohr was one of those young, awestruck physicists, and he was a man who was clearly influenced by Einstein, even as he vehemently disagreed with him on a number of key matters. One of these sticking points was the matter of quantum mechanics. Their conflict, dubbed the Einstein-Bohr debate, culminated with the theory of quantum entanglement. Einstein's relativity theory is predicated on constants, one of which being that nothing moves faster than the speed of light. But Bohr was able to bring serious doubt to this notion by illustrating the relationship between entangled particles. Quantum entanglement is what occurs when pairs of particles interact in ways that prevent them from being seen or described as independent of each other. And when two particles are entangled, you can separate them by any distance, and the measurement of one will instantaneously determine the measurement of the other entangled particle. Now, people, if you saw people from the distance of the sun, if you could see people from the distance of the sun under a microscope, we would look like particles. That's how small we would be. And the energy around us, which Einstein called the energy around an electron, he called it the field. He said the field determines the particle or the electron. It determines what the particle or the electron does. Do you understand? That's the ultimate agency of the electron, is its field. Our field, the Muslim may call it a halat, an aura, right? Kirlian photography calls it an aura. This stuff mingles and mixes with other people. We pick up their energy, their frequency, their vibration. We pick up their wounds. We pick up their lies. Don't you know you can tune all the way in? I know this is heavy tonight. I know. But this is what's happening in relationship. Okay? I want y'all to understand that. Einstein said the field, this aura, is the sole governing agency of the particle. The energy field around the particle is the sole governing agency of the particle. This revolution is huge if we apply it consciously to our lives. It means that the invisible energy field that is within us and all around us is what creates and sustains matter. And it is dating too. When I come forward, Zoe gonna get even deeper. We not playing tonight. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I'm ready to cook.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from a Black Information Network. The IRS is accused of being asleep at the wheel handling former President Donald Trump's tax returns. That's the accusation leveled by the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee. Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden said the decades-old presidential audit program is broken. Meantime, in Oregon, Portland Parks and Rec is renaming the Wilson Outdoor Pool to honor Ida B. Wells. She was a black female journalist and a civil rights advocate. Woodrow Wilson High School was renamed Ida B. Wells Barnett High high school because of Wilson's racist and segregationist views. Netflix is announcing the title for its upcoming Luther film. Luther, the Fallen Son, will see Idris Elba reprise his role as a detective from the BBC crime drama that aired for 5 seasons. The movie will be a continuation and reimagination of the series. Luther, the Fallen Son will debut on Netflix in March. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Don't let a traffic accident ruin your day. Call 1-800-INFO-FIX to find the nearest Fix Auto location. Their highly trained and certified technicians will have you back on the road in no time. You have a choice on who fixes your vehicle. Tell your insurance agent you want to go to Fix Auto.
Is the pen mightier than the sword?
They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
On Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m., SCLC Southern California presents Moving into the Promise of the Beloved Community at the 52nd Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Celebration. President William D. Smart invites you to attend the celebration on Dr. King's birthday, Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Sheraton LAX, 6101 West Century Boulevard. This year's event will honor community members who have made a significant impact in 2022, including our own Tavis Smiley, who will also deliver the keynote address. For tickets, call 213-268-3082 or email pastorsmart@sclc-sc.org. That's 213-268-3082 or email pastorsmart@sclc-sc.org. Don't miss SCLC Southern California's 52nd Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Celebration, Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Sheraton LAX.
Shoot Your Shot SoCal, a self-service photo booth, perfect for all types of events, birthdays, concerts, festivals, weddings, and more. Send images and videos instantly via email and enhance guest experience. Contact Shoot Your Shot on Instagram. They serve Inland Empire, Los Angeles, and Orange County with friendly and reliable staff. We will see you at the next corporate event, taking still photos and boomerangs with Shoot Your Shot SoCal. Go to Instagram today and book your Shoot Your Shot Cal event.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You could have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything, and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just let this ride. The Voice of Reason is back in the building. We trying to change lives tonight, because a lot of people during this season, a lot of unhealed stuff be bubbling up to the surface, man. Be bubbling. We got to learn how to release things. Release anger. Release resentment. Release. I had one right there on my head, and I got old overnight. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host is my playlist. You know who that is. Legendary Miles Davis. So what? You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Zoe Williams, Smooth Groove. It's a tough topic, but we gotta have it. How to cut these cords. We've gotten tangled in with all these folks. Somebody said, is that Coltrane or Miles? It's only Miles. 1959, the Kind of Blue album. The name of the track is So What? Yes, man, we in here tonight. Let's get these callers on, because people want to talk about tonight's topic, the cutting of etheric cords, a spiritual guide for removing negativity / toxic energy from your life before 2023. Dwight Northridge, get in here. Speak to me.
Hey, good afternoon, Zoe. Merry Christmas to you.
What's up, good brother?
Most of you guys know me as Fred, so Dwight is my real name, but Fred. Okay.
No, Fred is a legend. Fred is legend.
Fred is a character.
Dwight is the real man. Okay, got you.
He's the real man.
All right.
Like I said, I've been married 5 times, okay? And from the first to the 4th marriages, I tried to keep a friendship. I tried to keep a dialogue with them. And what would happen is they would never really want to have a friendship of any sort. But anytime they have a crisis, they come crying to me. Now, sometimes it will be at inconvenient times, because I will be in bed with somebody else, and then I would take the phone call, and then they would ear hustle what was going on. And then the person would say, well, you seem like you still got connections with them. And I'm like, yeah, we still friends. Well, they say, well, that's not fair to me. I thought I was your friend. So I kind of, like you said, you have to kind of like detangle, because things were getting all, confusing.
No, let me tell you what it was, Fred. They wanted to use you. Because if they don't want to be friends, you've extended the olive branch, and you're saying, hey, let's transition this relationship from what it was to something new, and they resist that until they need you. That's the sign of usury. They trying to use you, Fred. And you were right for distancing yourself from them if that is what you did.
Well, yeah, one time I had one of them send a private eye all the way to Florida looking for me.
So they were tangled, Fred. they were entangled, Fred. Tangled with, I'm sorry for calling you Fred, Dwight. They were tangled.
No, you call me Fred, but I just want people to be able to clarify,
To know the real man. The real man is Dwight. Fred is his alter ego. We got you. But Fred, that's pretty much what they wanted. They just wanted to use you as you know, that little break glass in case of emergency friend. That's what they wanted, and that's not fair. And I'm glad you were able to disconnect yourself from them and move on.
Well, that's the reason why I keep stressing the just cut ties, because that's what happened to me. Now, everybody has different, types of relationships. So, I'm just going by what happened in my experience.
No, and that's
But then
fine.
again, I bring stuff on myself, too.
Of course you do, Fred. Like what?
Well, I still try to be Prince Charming. Or
Right.
deceptive. Being deceptive is being Prince Charming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I'm trying to play this role of, hey, I'm this guy here for you anytime you need me, through thick and thin, I still got your back because I still care for you as a person.
Now,
And
is
when
that
I
how
say
you
thick
really
and thin,
feel, or is that you playing a role?
That's me painting myself into a corner.
So that's not how you really feel. Because you wouldn't,
Well,
if that's how you really felt, you wouldn't feel like you're painting yourself into a corner.
Well, sometimes I had to, rescue them out of some things that they did on their own accord. And I just didn't say nothing because it wasn't my business.
Interesting. Sounds like you were a little entangled, too. Sometimes, listen, when we say cut ties, you got to remember, man, we have to be very careful with the wording, right? See, cutting ties means to cut yourself off from someone, somebody's energy. Well, that goes against universal law. Universal law says energy can never be destroyed, right? The first law of thermodynamics, it can only change form, right? We can lose access to energy, but energy cannot really be cut off. What we can do, which is why we're using the terminology that Niels Bohr and some of the other early physicists who fought against Einstein brought in, quantum entanglement. We are entangled. So it's about untangling yourself from these intimate entanglements. That's what this is about. Because when we use westernized terms like cut off, it reminds me of Western medicine. Somebody gets sick, they say, oh, I got cancer. The first thing Western medicine would like to do is cut it out. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be healed from it, right? And, in other words, Western medicine does not have a holistic approach. Do you see what I'm saying? It's over here. It's localized right here. Let's cut it out. Let's medicate it. Let's pour in the chemo. Let's do it all to kill everything, even the good tissue, right? This is what happens, right? That's a Western mentality. Cut it off. When there's conflict in relationship, most people's go-to bag in their toolbox is estrangement, contempt. I'm never talking to you again. This is what produced the youngsters' version, ghosting. We not talking. I'm out. That's cutting off. In a spiritual sense, nothing can be cut like that. That's what I say. It creates a contradiction for a spiritual concept that says all is one. If all is one, how can you sequester a portion of the one? It's more about reconciliation within oneself in order to elevate beyond demands, beyond expectations, beyond the feeling of retribution, recompense. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother?
Right, I got you.
Okay, cool, man. I love you, Dwight, brother. You know you more than welcome to call in anytime.
No, I'm calling as Fred. I'm Fred.
Oh, no, you Dwight right now. Because sometimes you call
can I
in as
explain
Fred.
it?
And when I know Fred is calling, Fred gonna call in tripping. Dwight call in, he want to get deep. I love this call, Dwight, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too. I ain't talking over you, so I'm just listening.
Well, thank you, good brother. I appreciate the respect. When we come forward, more from the phone lines. Tonight's topic is a deep one. I know you guys out there swimming. Get to your phone lines and join the conversation. 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Stephen Boss, aka Twitch, mourned by millions of fans, his family, and former colleagues. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. Tuesday, December 13th, the dancer, DJ, father, friend, and entertainer known worldwide as Twitch died in a Los Angeles area motel. He was known for his role on the Ellen DeGeneres show as a DJ, sidekick, and fill-in host. But that's not all. Twitch was known to his fans as a dancer and competitor on So You Think You Can Dance. By colleagues and industry friends, he was known as warm, fun, and inviting. Many shared videos of skits and dances of them and Twitch to their social media channels upon news of his passing, while others penned prompts to anyone reading their notes to check in on their loved ones and seek support for any mental health concerns. I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News. If you're having thoughts of suicide, there is help. Call 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for human rights. The Los Angeles Civil, Human Rights and Equity Department, or LA Civil Rights for short, is focused on reducing bias and injustices while leveling the playing field. LA Civil Rights does this through equity and empowerment, the Office of Racial Equity, hate prevention, upward mobility programming, and youth programming. They convene commissions and advisory councils. The Civil, Human Rights and Equity Department of the City of Los Angeles is led by founding executive director Capri Maddox and is breaking new ground for municipal governance. LA Civil Rights oversees citywide initiatives, including the Renew program, LA Repair program, and the LA for All campaign. The LA Civil Rights Department believes that the goals of equity and inclusion for all people can be achieved through hard work and collective action. To get involved and be part of the solution, report a civil rights violation, or get more information, visit civilandhumanrights.lacity.org. That's civilandhumanrights.lacity.org or call 213-978-1845. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
More of the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
What you doing is that,
Yeah, I'm lounging. I got my man Donald Burns on the horns. I want to give a big shout out to my little man Nico. He's 2 years old. He's away visiting his grandma's, but I miss him dearly. Check that out. If I rhyme this, you will find this situation shall advance. You could take a glance or dance. Elevated lyrics to arouse a crowd. Now tell me who's the man to show you how. Many legacies of brothers who get busy. And I do it fluid till the suckers get dizzy. Saying peace to the Blackbirds, 125th Street. And check the flow that's unique for lounging. Mellow out and just lounging. Mellow out and just lounging. Can't refuse this, never lose this. It's a choice, this, cause my voice is the smoothest. Dominating to your boys, cause I've been around doing work. And so have tons of other jerk. Donald Bird word on the track, quite exact. Giving you the format, Jack. See, we gotta
ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason back in the building. My playlist is my co-host. We got the jazz vibes going on tonight. That's Guru, legendary hip-hop artist, great MC, one of the greatest voices in the history of hip-hop. And you know, hip-hop is coming into its 50th year next year. Guru was one of the most revolutionary, most inventive MCs. He was a part of the groundbreaking group I done forgot the group. Gangstar. What is wrong with me tonight? Gangstar. You under dig? That record was called Lounging from the Jazzmatazz album, Volume 1, 1993. And it was just amazing, man. It was amazing. So we're going to keep with this jazz theme tonight as far as my co-host goes, because it's important that we talk with a cool vibe. What do you say when you're trying to cut a cord? Have you ever created a cord-cutting journal where you visualize what you would be like if you were free from this entanglement? Right? How many of you guys have a prayer journal where you write out prayers? Prayers are very, very key, essential for manifestation. See, again, I know we live in a weird society. You have to remember, Western science and Western education, because of Descartes, is devoid of spirituality. So oftentimes we don't understand that what we say, how we act, if it's all out of alignment, it still is a manifesting property, right? There's a manifesting property in misalignment. It brings confusion into our lives. It brings struggle. It brings a sense of stuckness. All of this is happening. Now, once you get in alignment, do you know you can speak things into being? Did you know that? I know a lot of people didn't know that. Wait a minute. Are you saying I got to come forward again? When I come forward, I'm going to talk to somebody out of Arkansas.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stop the violence. Increase the Peace Foundation is a non-profit community-based organization dedicated to fostering peace while mitigating violence in our society. Established in 1993, Stop the Violence, Increase the Peace has provided a wide variety of assistance to thousands of youth, families, and victims of violence over the past 3 decades, including intervention services, conflict and dispute resolution training, grief counseling, and victims advocacy. In addition, the foundation offers an array of classes focused on anger management, domestic violence, parenting, substance abuse, and more. To make a donation or to access services, call 323-445-8620. That's 323-445-8620, or visit www.increasethepeacefoundation.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice of Reason is down here vibing in Lamert Park, live from KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking about releasing and letting go. It takes more energy to hold on to things than it does to let it go. Let it go is far easier than you think it is. It's simply easier than holding on. It takes energy and effort to hold on. It's almost effortless to let go. And so many people refuse to let go because they refuse to think that they won't get paid back for what they invested. Oh, Lord. Davy Lee, Arkansas, get in here.
Yes, sir. It's good to speak to y'all, man. You know, I
Yeah.
just want to say, no, sir, I appreciate you. You too now. But like I'm saying, man, I appreciate, like, the little things. You know, sometimes I can let my ego get, you know what I'm saying, get its way with me. So, you know, I just want y'all to know the ego not a bad thing, but you got to tame yourself as a human, man. We're not animals, man. We're beyond animals, man. You can be an animal, but you got to really realize how much power you have over animalistic nature, man. We got to stop having these urges to feed that animalistic nature, man. You know, that's what makes us different between dogs and stuff like that. They don't have no choice but to go with their instincts. That's the only way they're going to survive. As humans, we can choose. You know, we have a choice. We have free will. You know, so, like, you know, when it comes to, like, family members and stuff like that, I've had so much of an ego problem thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying, what's right and what's wrong, and it can harm you, man. You know, you thinking about yourself more than what the real purpose, you know, what the big picture is, you know. So I want people to know, man, like, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, but at the same time, it's a whole, bro. You weren't born in this world by yourself. You know, you didn't come here by yourself, so you must take heed before you lose everything. You know what I'm saying? We in a situation where we in a new age. You know, everything is accessible. So get you some knowledge about yourself. Get you some understanding about yourself. Once you can understand yourself, you got to realize that everybody ain't cut like you, and everybody ain't got the understanding like you. So you must reach them on their level, you know, before you destroy a relationship. Like, these kids, like, you know, it's holiday season right now. These kids showing me what I got to do, what I got to be for them. I got to be a leader, man. And to lead them, I got to lead myself. It's all with me first. And I want y'all to know, whatever y'all going through, y'all can do it, man. Life's easy, man. It's about you making it hard. You make everything hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about what other people are going through. Be more empathetic, like I go talk about. You know, it's not about you. It's about us. It's about we. You know what I'm saying? So put that in perspective, man, before you lose it all. Then, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be looking for somebody to save you. And they ain't going to come because you ain't saved them. You know, but, hey, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. I ain't going to talk y'all head off, man. I appreciate y'all time, and I appreciate you, though.
Thank you, brother,
Real
man.
talk.
Yeah, I love that young brother, man. That brother call in and really share, man. I just love hearing him speak on it, man. Listen, another excerpt from The Holographic Relationship, written by Zoe Williams. Modern-day Christians might call it soul ties. Believers of the metaphysical may call it twin flames. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. No matter how you title it, quantum entanglement may be applied to relationships. Relationship entanglement means one thing. Once you begin intimately relating with someone, you are thereby inextricably entangled with that person from an energetic, spiritual, mental, and emotional perspective. Of course, it's physical. When entropy builds and relationships begin to break down, our first thought is often to walk away. We want to break free, to cut ties. But we don't always consider the strength of the ties or why those ties exist in the first place. The entanglement may be rooted in the fact that you have a child with someone. Maybe your families are close, or you've started a business together. Often, though, the ties are much deeper. When you are drawn into a relationship with someone, it is always for a reason. There is some lesson that you need to learn, some self-truth you need to uncover, or some healing that you need to complete or to engage in or complete. Wow, this is heavy stuff. Listen, when I come forward, I'm going to keep cooking. Boy, you got to cut these ties, or if you carry them into 2023, you're going to have the same kind of year you had this year.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from a Black Information Network. The IRS is accused of being asleep at the wheel handling former President Donald Trump's tax returns. That's the accusation leveled by the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden, said the decades-old presidential audit program is broken.